Greetings everyone. In a recent series of videos, we tested a percussion rifle with various loads of real black powder and Pyrodex black powder substitute. We concluded in those videos that Pyrodex would work if it's all you could get. But for those of you who don't want to go back and watch those videos, let me give you a quick demonstration. Let's see how the percussion gun shoots with real black powder. This is Schutzen 3F. As you can see, works fine, just like it was intended to. Now let's see how the percussion gun shoots with Pyrodex. This is Pyrodex P, which is the 3F equivalent. As you can see, the Pyrodex works just fine in the percussion rifle. So as you can see, Pyrodex would work just fine if it's all you could get your hands on. All right, you could hunt with it, you could plink with it, you could have a good time with Pyrodex. However, you may want to watch those videos if you want more information about how those, how Pyrodex performed against real black powder. That said, in those videos, I mentioned that I did not like Pyrodex for a Flintlock, and I said don't buy Pyrodex if you're planning on shooting a Flintlock. All right, so today I hopefully want to show you why that is. So let me load up my Flintlock and I'll demonstrate why you shouldn't use Pyrodex with a Flintlock rifle. All right, so I got a Flintlock rifle here. It is loaded with 70 grains of real black powder. I've also primed the rifle with real black powder. Let's see how it shoots. So as you can see, with real black powder, the Flintlock shoots pretty good. It's got a fast lock time, it's reliable. No complaints at all with the real black powder. All right, I got the same Flintlock rifle, except this time it's loaded with 70 grains of Pyrodex and it's primed with Pyrodex. All right, the gun didn't even go off. All right, let me prime it again and we'll try again. All right, we've got it reprimed. Let's try again. All right, so as you can see, the rifle went off that time, but there was an incredible hang fire. All right, and it's hard to stay on target with a hang fire that long. That's about the best you can hope for with Pyrodex. All right. I have actually gotten loaded a Flintlock with Pyrodex before and could not get the rifle to fire, and it was a pain, okay? The only reason I did this today is because I have real black powder standing by, and I knew that if I couldn't get it to fire, I could prime it with real black powder and get it to go off, all right? But buying Pyrodex with the hope of it working in your Flintlock, it's risky. All right, let me try one more thing. Okay. Pyrodex says on the bottle, it says, may be used in Flintlocks with 5 grains of black powder as a starter, okay? Before adding Pyrodex main charge, reduce it by 5 grains. All right, so we're gonna do 5 grains of real black powder and 65 grains of Pyrodex. All right, so now we've got the rifle loaded with 5 grains of real black powder, 65 grains of Pyrodex, and we've primed the rifle with black powder. Okay, so the idea here is that the flint will set off the real black powder and the real black powder will set off the Pyrodex. let's see how that works. All right, so as you can see, that worked a little better. There was still a pretty bad hang fire. The real question is, if I have black powder to load it the way the manufacturer intends, why even use the Pyrodex to begin with? Why not just use the real black powder? Hey guys, so real quick, I just wanted to point something out before this video ends. If you're a keen-eyed viewer, you might notice that when I was shooting the percussion rifle, my hair was a little bit different length than when I was shooting the Flintlock rifle. So those parts of the video were filmed at a separate time. I actually had a lot of problems filming this video. It was so hot that my camera it would stop working after about 30 seconds. So if it ever seems like I was rushed trying to take those shots and all that, that's why. I kept, I would come back and try to look at the footage and realize that it didn't record or it cut off halfway through. Then I'd have to reload the rifle and do it again. So I actually shot about 3 times as many rifle bullets as you see in the video. Okay. Another thing that you'll notice, when I shot the percussion gun, I actually aimed at the target. I was doing that too with the Flintlock, and because the camera kept cutting out, I got frustrated with it. And so I finally started trying to film it quickly, and I just started shooting at the piece of plywood that was down there. And it wasn't until I got back to edit all this later that I realized that that it kind of didn't match up. But the point of it, I was not really trying to show you the accuracy of either one of those. If you want to do that, go back and watch those videos where I test the Hawken rifle with Pyrodex. What I was really trying to do was show you how well Pyrodex ignites with a Flintlock mechanism. All right. The other thing I realized when I got back to edit this video is that I never filmed any sort of conclusion. I was so frustrated by the time I got done and was able to get some, some shots off or whatever, that I never actually filmed an end of the video. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. I just want to address that. So as you can see, Pyrodex is probably not the best choice for your Flintlock rifle. Sorry the video is such a mess, but thank you for watching.